Pour it all the way to the top. 2 ounces of Platinum Blanco. I have standards. And it starts at 100% agave, Platinum Blanco from Tequila Embajador. On this episode of 3 Shots, 3 Questions, we're at McAllen's original ale house, Roosevelt at 7. We're here talking to George Esquivel, one of the founders of Four Corners Brewing Company. We're going to find out how he's influencing craft beer culture, one well-designed can at a time. I'd like to welcome you to 3 Shots, 3 Questions. And the way this show works is we'll take a shot, I'll ask you a question, and then we'll repeat that for questions 2 and 3.
Okay.
You ready?
We're in.
All right.
Salud.
Salud. Question number 1. How did you get into the craft brewing business?
Sam Adams used to have this thing called the long shot contest. Home brewers would submit beers to Boston Brewing Company. They'd select 3 winners, and they'd actually produce a 6-pack of beer with 2 bottles each of the winning recipes. We thought that was pretty badass. On a whim, brewed our first beer from extract, and it was horrible. What happens over time, you just get better at it, and like any hobby. So we were brewing in the garage for almost 8 years, and we started entering some competitions and that sort of thing. As recent as 7 years ago, there were no craft brewers in Dallas. We thought culturally we were missing out on something, so we thought, hey, we don't have to be a massive brewer, we just have to be meaningful, and that's what we started with. We called it Four Corners for a little neighborhood that inspired us with the artwork, inspired us with the names and that sort of stuff, and we just called it Four Corners Brewing Company.
You almost went into my second question, so I'm glad you stopped right there.
Yeah?
Because we have to take a second shot, right?
All right.
That's how the show goes. Salute. The questions get better. Man, I had a little quiver in my throat. Had me right there. Tell me what the inspiration is behind the artwork and the naming of them.
The vision for Four Corners Brewing is to be in places where there's not necessarily craft beer. So we literally went to some different stores in the neighborhood, and the one kind of common thing we'd always see is this loteria, the loteria game boards. And it was at the same time we wanted the brand to be fun and colorful and be somewhat so iconic.
If I can have my own personal preference on can design, and if you're going loteria theme, La Sirena is my favorite card. And if you can make it some kind of Mexican style lager,
okay. There you go.
I think that'd be a hit down here.
But we've been asked a lot to create La Chingona. Do you have any tattoos to share with us of your Chingona tattoos? Then please send them our way and inspire us to brew the beer.
Let's take the 3rd shot. Question number 3. What can we expect in the future from Four Corners Brewing Company?
Damn good question. If you ever come up to Dallas, please come see us. We're moving over to a new facility back half of the year as you'll start to see some different seasonals coming out. We have a fantastic beer called La Lechuza. It's going to be a s'more stout coming out in October. In December, we'll have a beer that we're really proud of and we've worked on over time here. It's called Celebration, and it's a Belgian style tripel. Yeah, you'll have a lot more beer here. Yeah. I want everybody in the Valley to know that this was a test we made to see how well the brand can stand up. Everything we're trying to do with it is really turn Latinos onto craft beer. It's with the purpose and intent that we have this loteria feel and the names and everything. So know that we were selling beer in Dallas, North Texas, and then we came to the Valley first. If it didn't work in the Valley, we would have never scaled the brewery. So thank you, RGV, for supporting Four Corners Brewing and giving us the confidence to go bigger.
Well, I hope you guys continue to supply your amazing beers to the Rio Grande Valley. I hope you guys even expand further out to not only showcase your beers, but the artwork and the culture and everything that Four Corners Brewery is all about, man.
We as Tejanos have a lot to be proud of, and if we can be a conduit to express that, then that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you for joining us on 3 Shots, 3 Questions. We had 3 shots, 2 beers.
And a Super Chingon to wash it down, right?
This might be my favorite now.
It's 50% of the Chingon, 50% the Super B, and it's 100% Super Chingon. Try it at home.
We're gonna have you put to the test. We have 3 craft beers lined up on the table. 2 of them are from Four Corners, and we're gonna see if you can pick which one is not your beer.
Not a problem.
Don't up, George.
Chingon.
So right now we have George sizing them up. He's cleansing the palate, folks.
That's not mine. Heart of Texas? Yeah. Right on.
He has aced the test.
And in Johnny Canales style is, you got it, take it away.